Hi, I'm Jerome. Look, I've had enough, I guess, like a lot of people, of our local media, Gympie Times, not reporting the truth. I want to talk to you today about the Gympie Pyramids. Now, this is a First Nation site where the First Nation people, you know, have a significant place of history. It's not just something that's make believe. It's not just something that they've just made up to try and get money. It's a place of historical significance. And it really pees me off that our local media, Gympie Times, don't want to produce or don't want to acknowledge the fact, and um, they don't want to portray the truth of what it's all about. Now, the Gympie Pyramids is a First Nation site. It's been there for thousands upon thousands of years. It's a place of significance. At the moment, Main Roads they're destroying the place. Now, you tell me what right Main Roads has to just try and plough through a place of historical significance, not only to the First Nation people, but to all of us. Like, it really, again, it really gets me that people try and portray that, well, that's just, for the First Nation people, it's just for the Aboriginals. Well, the fact is, it's for all of us. The First Nation people in this region of Gympie, they are the custodians. The custodians of the land is different than being an owner of the land. Those who are owners of a place, well, they can do what they want with it. The Crown can give it to them and they do what they want with it. But when you're a custodian of the land, you're trying to look after the land. And that's what the First Nation people, they have a spiritual contact with the land, and they're all about trying to look after the land. They're trying to look after our native wildlife, our native flora and fauna. So I want to just talk a little bit about the Gympie Pyramid today. The Gympie Pyramid, as I said, is a First Nation site of great significance. Now, if you're not a First Nation person like myself, well, you might say, well, that's just for them, and like, too bad, and let's just just plough through it. Like, what right does any government have to just think that they can just walk over a place of significance to a certain people? As I said, I'm not a First Nation person myself, and yet I can identify with what they're doing. I believe it's time for us to join together as one to stand up for what is right. We've let governments, we've let the media, in this case, Gympie Times, just walk all over us. It's time that we make a stand and we join together and help each other. As I said, it doesn't matter what colour your skin is. It doesn't matter what particular belief you have. The problem I see is that, let's just say, for myself, who identifies as a Christian, is we have Christian churches, and if a Christian church is able to control thousands of people, then they're able to control what thousands of people think and believe. But I believe it's time for people to step away from these organizations that are controlling people, and it's time to be one, where if you see if something is wrong, you do something about it. As I said, I can see that it's wrong with what's happening with the Gympie Pyramids. It's wrong that Main Roads, the Labor government, in this case, who are in control of the state government, they have no consideration. They're not respecting the rights. They're not respecting the historical value that we have here in Gympie. I'm a person that lives in the Gympie region. So it's important for me to look after the history that we have in this region. And the Gympie Pyramid is a significant place of significant value for myself, for my children, and I believe for thousands upon thousands of other people that want to come and visit this particular place. Once we get rid of it, once we just plough through it, it's gone. Like, could you imagine going over to, for instance, the country of Egypt, and let's just, the government says, or some other power says, let's just bulldoze all the pyramids down. Who cares about them? There would be an uproar. And yet here we are in the Gympie region. We have a place of significant value, of historical value, and people are just sitting back and letting the state government, the Labor Party, just plough through a place of significance. And it's not just the Labor Party, the LNP, the Liberal National Party, they're the same way. They're not concerned about people's beliefs, they're not concerned about historical value. They might make out they are to try and win a vote, but it's time for us, the people, to do something about it. If you want to get in contact with me, look, my phone number's there. I don't hide. As I said, you can try and ring the mayor of Gympie region, and you won't get him. Has a phone number, but you can never speak to the man. You want to ring me to try and organise something? I want to try and organise something to try and stop this from happening. Ring me on 0432 16 2988. Or you can go to my Facebook page, Tim Jerome, and go to my website. It's time for us to start to join together. People power is what's going to change the situation. People power is what's going to, save the Gympie Pyramids. People power is what's going to respect the rights of an Indigenous people, the First Nation people, the ones who, all they want to do is be the custodians and look after the land, and they're getting treated like rubbish. It's time for us to put your different religions, your different beliefs aside, and let's join together as one and help what we have here in the Gympie region. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm Tim Jerome.